The Effects of Outsourcing by me, Jabril Agoro, aka Mr. Think Outside the Box. My mother, after 37 years of working for a well-known bank today, was told that her and her whole department will be let go because the job will be outsourced. She has until April 1st to pack up her desk and leave. They found a company in India that will do the same thing much cheaper in less hours. She is forced into an early retirement without full benefits. By the way, she has the years but not the age to retire with full benefits. She's 56. The amount of anger I feel right now, to hear my mother crying on the phone, this is not right. I feel bad. Any kind or uplifting words I could give my mom would be appreciated. The world is changing. And now, while that story I just shared with you wasn't my personal story, a young lady on a forum that I'm a part of, shared that story earlier today. And today is March 24th, 2012. And technology has literally made the world so much smaller. And I'm not here to have, the sob stories or anything. I'm just kind of here to talk about what the realities of today are. People outsource, companies outsource because it saves them so much money. And that's the end-all, be-all. And because, 15 years ago, it was so expensive to make calls, across the world. Do you remember, like, when you were making calls, like, I'm on a long-distance call. This is like, $2 a minute to make a call. Internet has revolutionized the world on how we can communicate with the world and how we can do business around the world. And so that's another major factor. And people are, kind of still stuck in the old age of 20 years ago. What worked 20 years ago does not work right now. And so many people, parents don't even know what type of advice to give their children because they're not, they weren't brought up in this type of world and they're not prepared for, the way the world is working. And so this is the kind of thing I want to share with you right quick and right now. Technology has changed the world. And while it might not be all good for the United States, or, the Western world in general, because now it's becoming, more of a global world and a global economy. So, jobs are not being lost. I mean, they're just being replaced by other countries. And this is, literally 50 years from now, the world powers are going to be completely shifted. And I actually did another, a video that I'm going to be sharing with you at the end of the video, kind of talking about that too. But I just wanted to talk about that. And so you have to kind of realize and be aware of, kind of what is going on, in the world, and don't be ignorant to the fact that, oh no, my loyalty to the company, I've been here, 50 years. Just the reality. Companies want to save money and they want to be as profitable as they can be. And, that's just the reality. I wish I could give, the sob stories, and I really do feel bad for everyone that does have, that's lost a job in the economy or anything like that. But I'm just here to talk about the realities of everything. And, transportation. For example, you can go to the store and get, a frozen meal for $2 in the store. And, and the package, this package is made in China. Think about that. They have to pay their employees in China. They have to, package it, management, all that stuff. And they also have to ship it to the United States. And then also, they have to make a profit in the store. And so think about that. They can produce something cheaper outside of the United States and pay import taxes on something that they can't even produce in the United States for the same price. The world is changing. If you cannot see that, you're going to be left behind. So it's either you take advantage of it or you're going to have a sob story, basically. Or you have specialized skills, because America is still one of the most innovative countries in the world. We have, when it comes to technology, we have some of the most innovative companies, but there's a lot of jobs that just are not relevant anymore. So you have to adapt to, the times. And like I said, it's becoming a world economy. And so, and the global powers are shifting, and also other companies are becoming a lot more developed. I mean, the way the media, used to portray some of these Asian countries and some of these African countries and everything in the media, it's not really as much as reality. Yes, they have a lot of work to do, but they're just on the start of their thing. And if you could see the kind of growth, how the buildings look, how technology is, the education, everything open, you would start to see, if you actually saw with your own eyes and traveled to these places, the powers of the world are shifting. But if you're inside your own little box and all you do is watch the regular news, or all you see is kind of around you, and you kind of relate, to your neighbors, and you're like, oh, John, I'm so sad. Mary Jane just got laid off. It's not fair. It's not fair, but it's just the reality of the way the world is working. So that's basically what I had to share, and I've got this next little video for you. I wanted to share, and I'd definitely like to hear your comments on what you think about the world economy. If you think I'm wrong, I'm right. I'm always up for a debate.
Hey, it's Jabril again, and I just really want to talk about my Asian experience and how I look at Thailand different now than when I first arrived and when, before I even got here. I was really impressed when I first arrived and thought Bangkok was, much more modern city than I ever could expect it. But just how they do things here, it really is nothing that America has that Thailand doesn't have. Especially Bangkok. When you talk about an international city, as you can see, so much wealth and opulence. Nice pools and the big buildings. It's really advanced, and it really made me realize. And these Thai people work really hard, and the wages are still a lot lower, but they work really hard, and they're really smart and really educated. And I really think, actually know, the rest of the world is really catching up with the Western world, like Europe and London. And as you can see, me, even for my company, we outsource a lot of work to India. And you really can't think that over time, in the next 15, 20 years, and 50 years, I really think the world is going to be completely different. It's going to be, the power of the world is really going to shift, because I outsource my work to these Indian workers, and they're really smart, and they work harder than most Americans, and they do just as good a job. And they're going to start taking, the work and providing the work, and, that we do. And it's because Americans and European life, we're very lazy. I hate to say it, but it's like, God forbid you work more than 40 hours in a week. It's like, if you could see how hard Thai people work, and just Asian people in general, you'd really call yourself lazy. Most of Western world that I've seen, they don't have the work ethic that Asian culture has. And this video is kind of all over the place. I don't want to make it too long, but I'm just saying, watch. The world powers are going to continually shift. As you can see already, you can't work for one company for 50 years and be safe. The world is changing. Your skills have to be optimal if you want to really, survive in this world. So that's it. And I'll see you again soon.